It made me feel very lucky. Oh, look at me throwing in the title. The lucky one.
My family. Keep writing to them over and over. It's like I'm writing into a void.
The Germans are already at our doorstep. It's getting worse.
All of Europe is a war zone.
Let our family be our light.
We leave tonight.
Oh my gosh, this was so it was riveting, it was educational, and it was entertaining as well, but there was so much passion around that Passover scene. So I want to go ahead and get started with this. Fill in the blank for me here. Of all the projects I have worked on, this project made me feel what?
The most I've ever felt.
Aww,
yeah,
that's lovely.
Yeah, it was like no job I've ever done.
Out of all the projects I've ever worked on, this one made me feel, that was the blank that we fill in. Very, oh God, I'm trying to find the perfect words because you said the perfect thing. It made me feel very lucky. Oh, look at me throwing in the title. The lucky one. It made me feel very lucky to be telling a true story that is so powerful, but also the experience of making it was really amazing.
You all built so much behind the scenes chemistry as well. Last night Logan was saying how you all never stopped working, and this was something that was authentic chemistry. Georgia even said that you guys, it was almost as if you were carrying the baton. Each actor was doing their best to give the baton to the next actor in line. Yeah. How did you all manage to build so much chemistry on and off the screen?
Honestly, I think Tommy Cale, the director, who I think is a great bringer together of people, we started off, we had a few weeks before we started shooting, and he was like, we're going to have dinner. We're going to have dinner every night, and we're just going to get to know each other. So by the time...
we just never stopped hanging out.
Yeah, by the time we got to that Passover scene...
Like...
we were all sort of a family.
Like, truly, like, we never stopped working, and when we were done working, we never stopped hanging out. Like, it was like we became, like, family. Truly, like, family. And it was just really a remarkable, like, connection that we all shared. It was really special.
I understand the impossibility of getting home, but we will find a way to be together again.
We must organize. We've lived here for 1,000 years. We know this country, this land.
I want to do what you're doing.
But if you get caught, it jeopardizes all of us.
I'm aware of the stakes.
What was the hardest scene, or maybe the most challenging scene for you all to shoot, even if that goes into further episodes?
Oh yeah, it gets pretty challenging as the episodes go on.
It certainly doesn't become easier for the characters.
There is a scene that I'm not going to give away anything what happens, but there's a scene, I believe it's in episode 7? I'm getting a little bit confused, but do you know which one I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah. Where we share a moment that was like, it was one of those days where I got back to my apartment after work, and I was like, I felt so emotionally drained, but also so fulfilled because it was such a great filming day and also such a beautiful and heartbreaking scene to film. And like, it was such a challenging day, but it was one of those days where you're like, oh, like I feel like that was such a special part of the show, and I'm glad I got to be part of that.
Yeah, ditto. That day, also, there was also rain. It was starting and stopping. It was like everything was.
So you do know exactly what day I'm talking about. I thought you might, but I was like, that was just proof in the pudding.
There was, a beautiful, moment where we're seeing, Helena, and we're hearing that Ollie's trying to make Passover, and he's like, trying to come, and they're like, you can't do it because Germany's already invaded Poland. And I wanted to get you all's personal experience when it comes to your own family traditions. Is there a family tradition that you would never want to miss, and that you would do anything for to get there and make sure that your family sees you?
I like that question.
Yeah.
That's a good question.
Thank you.
Do you want to answer that first?
You go first, because
Okay.
I'm still thinking.
So I feel like for me, I'm not a very religious person at all. Like I'm Jewish, but I'm not religious necessarily. But like, I think that any opportunity to get my family together is just like so important to me. And I love all the holidays, and like Yom Kippur is one of those ones for me that feels so special. and I'm not always home for it. And it really breaks my heart when I'm not home and I'm working for it, because I just really love breaking the fast with my family. It's like the most exciting like meal, because we're all so hungry and we all cooked for it and we all get together, and I just find it out to be a really like special one.
Do you break it with a vodka?
What? Do you?
Yeah, break it with a shot of vodka and a bit of pickled herring, which I actually...
Ooh, I'm sorry. I
don't like
can't
at
do
all.
it. I can't do herring. But wait,
The
I'm
vodka's
going
good.
to... I did not... I love this.
Okay.
New tradition alert.
How about a ride?
Where's your car? What? I'm not gonna get on that thing like one of your makeout girls.
They don't all make out with me. Okay, so like 95% of them make out with me.
Before I wrap up, I have to ask you this, Joey. Why are kissing booth trilogies not a stain on your resume for you?
Oh, that's a good question. Why are they not a stain on my resume? I think that when I think about those movies and how much joy they brought to so many people, I feel really proud. I was also so young when I made them, and it was such like a dream to kind of be in a movie that were like my favorite kinds of movies back then. Like, for example, like She's the Man was like always one of my favorite movies ever growing up, and this kind of reminded me of that. And I think that like Kissing Booth knows what it is. It's not trying to be like an Oscar-nominated like movie or this like critically acclaimed picture. And I think that's the best part about it, is it's like it's meant for you to watch and just have fun, really, and just kind of melt into the world of like color and excitement.
Also, we saw you in The Act, Gypsy Rose. Wow. We wanted to ask you, is there anything that you didn't share from that private, personal conversation that you can remember that you want to share with your audiences? Like, what was the one thing that she said that truly made you feel like she was okay with you playing her in The Act?
I don't want to share necessarily anything to respect both of our privacies, but I do, I really appreciated that we did get to connect briefly, and I think that she's very strong and she's been through a lot, so I'm happy that she's able to kind of just really live her life now in the way that she wants to.
She's doing her thing. Have you seen her? She's very vocal. She's doing all these interviews.
I know, it's amazing. I think she also just got off with social media too, which is another kind of amazing move. I love that. I feel like am I gonna be the next one to do that? I love that move.
I only just got on, so don't you get on.
Okay. I'll stay for you. I'll stay for you.
You just got on, huh? Oh my god.
I just got on, yeah.
His Instagram handle is Sam Woolf in sheep's clothing, and I know, isn't it adorable?
Fantastic. It didn't take me any time to think of it at all. Not even like days.
WOOLF.
Duh. Wolf in Sheep's Clothing. I mean, it kind of sells itself. And finally, congratulations. Marriage?
Yes.
What?
Marriage.
Ma'am. Spain? Excuse me. Best part so far? You're not even a year in.
Best part?
Yeah. The whole married life.
I mean, it's kind of, I need to find better words for this, because people keep asking me, like, what's changed? What's the best part? I literally, I know I sound dumb, but I'm like, being married, it's the best part. Like, I'm not even joking. Like, I will say to Steven quite often, I'm like, I love being married to you. It's so fun. But I don't know how to encapsulate what I mean by that. It's just the vibe. Vibes are great.
Best part of marriage. Vibes.
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 Get married for the vibes.
Thank
It's
you
worth
so
it.
much.